Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, marble sports fans of all ages, welcome to the Showdown. 6 rounds of intense fantasy picks in this corner, weighing in at 77 episodes. Let it roll. And in the other corner, we have Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast, weighing in at a crazy, outstanding 107 episodes. Are you ready? I'm your host, Decker. I'm here with my good friend, Term. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing great, man. I got my shades. I got my smile. I'm feeling good, bud.
Nice. I got my little homie, Sky, with me. Sky, how you doing, buddy?
I am ready for the biggest showdown bout of my life.
All right. Should we get into this episode?
Wait. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast. My name is Brendan.
And I'm Commander Wolf.
What is happening?
I don't know, but I'm really excited to be here. Guys, if you're from our channel or our podcast, we're partnering with Let It Roll today to do a big fantasy showdown for Marble Showdown. I'm super excited for this. We tried to part with them and it finally worked out. So
let's let it roll.
Let's let it roll. Yeah, I didn't know what to say after that. I was like,
yeah. No, Marvel Guy, thank you, man. I'm so glad you agreed to this collaboration. It's something I think everybody across the Marvel world has wanted for a long time. So super glad to be hitting the showdown with you boys, ready to face off, battle of the podcast.
I really see it as the 5 biggest Marvel sports connoisseurs all here at once, flexing their knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to destroy you guys. I mean, you guys have no chance, bud. We have a guy here who represents the Twitter account for the Team Galactic. He knows all about what they need to succeed in the showdown. And he also reps Midnight Wisp, baby. So we good. Let's go. Let's get at it.
Yeah.
There's some good credentials, but I'm also been in this community for even longer than JMR's been around, and I'm also currently 10th place in the official fantasy, so we got some knowledge on our side too.
Wow.
Yeah, but we're not playing that clown stuff with multipliers. We're going head to head. We're going marble for marble, baby.
Listen, my credentials, biggest credentials in my opinion, I was the first one to ever begin the possibility of a Marble Sports podcast. I take that credit proudly. So I feel like that is a little bit of credentials.
Marvel Guy, I gotta agree with you, buddy. You are the first podcast ever, but we are the second. There's only 2 of us. Only 2 of us have ever lasted this far in the game. There's only 2 podcasts, and it's only right that we battle it out here on this episode of the Showdown.
And on top of that, everybody knows first is the worst, second is the best. And
Well, I guess it's a good thing that you're the 4th
Third
one.
is the one with the treasure chest.
All right, guys, should we get right into this? Get right into the fantasy league that's gonna be the Marble Showdown. So before we do this, for any listeners here who aren't aware, the Showdown's happening. It's across 12 teams, I think 5 events. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
4.
8 events.
8
4
events.
4 events for part 1, sorry.
Yeah, 4 events for part 1, and then another 4 events for part 2.
yes.
Okay. And I believe, the top, how many teams make it into the Marble League next year?
I'll say 8.
8?
Yes.
Top 8.
Okay. Just trying to fill everybody in, get everybody aware before we dive right into this.
Before we roho roll right into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like MySpace, top 8.
Top 8. Awesome. So are we going to do a little rock, paper, scissors, a little Sue, Sum, C to who goes first?
I say best 2 out of 3.
I mean, if we're doing rock, paper, scissors, of course.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
Unless
rules.
you guys want to do, like, pick it out of a hat.
Do we have a hat?
Do we have a hat ready?
I got one right here. I got some paper over there. Or
Make
let's
it
just do
happen.
Let's do rock, paper, scissors.
Let's just
Come
do
on.
rock, paper. Okay.
Sky's
Alright.
got it.
I'm
Sky's
going
got
with
it for
I'm
us.
going with it.
And Marble Guy's got it for MSWP. Let's go.
Let's go, Sky. Don't let me down.
Rock, paper,
Paper,
scissors,
shoot.
Oh,
Tie.
Tie.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Tie. Come on, guys.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Did we get that?
Oh!
Alright.
Yes.
Looks
Hey.
like we have a winner, guys.
Yeah, we're just doing best out of one with these guys.
That's the one.
That's all it takes. One. We're doing best
Well,
of
it
one.
was going to be 2 out of 3, but
No, we
Tie, was. I
They
mean,
don't give you 2 out of 3 in 5-meter sprint. They shouldn't give you 2 out of 3 in rock, paper, scissors.
it's whatever. It's whatever. They get the first pick.
MSWP gets the first pick in the Marble Showdown 2021. Let's go. Who's going to lead it off? Wolf or Marble Guy?
I think I got to lead it off. I think I have to. We talked about this. Me and Waff talked about all the picks last night and ordered them. We both agreed that we have to go Team Galactic first pick. We have to. I can see you saying damn it, but and I guess can we give reasoning? I figure we should give some reasoning.
yeah. Just
Yeah,
give a little thing.
When we pick this team, because there is no multiplier this time for the fantasy, and it's just you picking the 6 teams you think are going to be best, we need to start by picking a team that we know for sure will get points. There's a lot of teams on here that might get points, a lot of teams on here that might do well. We know Team Galactic will get points. They're probably one of the most consistent teams in Marble League up until about, of course, this year where they didn't qualify. But besides that, they've been extremely consistent. We know they will put points up on the board. They may not win Showdown, but we're going to get a decent number from them. And compared to Showdown teams, like the Turtle Sliders, Solar Flares, Team Primary, I mean, Team Galactic is one of your strongest teams right now.
So I do got to say one thing. Everybody knows them as the Galactic 5th. And I think that's going to stick to the Showdown realm. So, terrible pick, but congratulations.
Really.
I
Yeah.
love the front. I love the front by term right now, but since they've already been selected, I will go ahead and tell you Galactic was number 1 on our ranking board going into the Showdown. So yeah, we are quite upset here at Letter Roll, but that's okay. That's
I
okay.
will say it's a nice touch that both podcasts thought of the same first pick. That our minds are working all alike right now.
It's pretty easy when you got some pretty crappy teams in the Showdown. But anyway, we won't get into that because we could really dive into that. But all right, with the first pick for Let It Roll in the inaugural season of the Showdown, we select.
Now, this, I'm sure you guys have this pick as number 2, and it was a no-brainer that Team Galactic and this other team were numbered 1 and 2. We have to go with the Midnight Wisps.
It's all big. They're a good team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, former champions, dude. You guys didn't
Oh, yeah.
pick the former champions. You picked Galactic 5th.
We want points. We don't necessarily know how the Wisps are going to perform, but we know how Galactic will perform.
So there's the thing, though. If you've done your research, the Midnight Wisp actually outscore Galactic, despite not being in 2016.
What are you doing? I'm burying you. I'm alive, man. I'm alive.
I'm worried about recent momentum from the Wisps. Bad in
Great
the
point.
recent qualifiers. Not so great in the recent Marbula 1. Recent momentum does not show good for the Midnight Wisp. And it doesn't show good for Galactic either, but Galactic has been across the board consistent, then had a dip. Instead of and Midnight Wisp, it's more of a feel thing, I guess you could say, where it's kind of like they had their winning performance, so they don't have to go for that win anymore. They already got it. Now they're on that downturn, so I'm a little worried about the Wisps. That's why I didn't pick them first, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, man, it is morning in the Showdown. And the sun never sets on the Midnight Wisp, baby.
Love it.
All right. With their second pick, MSWP selects.
I'll take this one. So we decided that we would actually go with the Oceanics for our next pick.
I don't hate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Oceanics, Oceanics have been a bit up and down these past few years, but like at least they used to show some promise, and we feeling a bit good about them there now.
I mean, I would say, again, they're another points grabber. I mean, Oceanics, they're going to be up and down because that's how they perform. They're never a front runner per se, but they will get points. They're experienced enough, and they've been good enough in the past that we know they're not going to flop in all 8 events, and that's going to be important for the points count.
Would you say that they rise and fall like the tides?
I would say that they do. Oh, my God.
No, I'd like to say this. You guys, diving is in the showdown.
Yeah.
Oceanics are done, man. They see the water and they get scared.
But they
They're
did
done.
good in diving.
Wait.
Yeah,
Did you not know?
Go ahead.
They got second in quartet diving in 2016. That's like one water event they're good at, diving.
If you know one thing about our podcast, 2016 doesn't exist. It didn't happen.
diving
That can
only
be
existed in
dangerous. That
2016.
can be dangerous.
All right.
Diving's only been done once, so that's the only data we can go off of. But based on that, they are actually good at diving.
Oceanics are only good in winter. It is not winter in the desert. Come on.
On top of that, the only diving Oceanics are doing is right down the standings, man.
Oh, wow. Get out of
Okay,
here.
enough trash talk for
guys.
one pick. Moving on to the third pick in the draft. It's Let It Roll's turn. Who are we selecting, guys?
As our second pick in the draft, we are going to let chaos reign.
Oh, wow.
We are picking the Balls of Chaos, the greatest team to never really do anything, but I love them.
I have to say, if I'll jump in on that one, really funny because we've had the same order of the same first 4 picks. Like we actually have. That's ridiculous. That was our next pick if you didn't pick it.
To be fair, we had Oceanics at 10.
Oh, never mind with the Oceanics, but with the other three, no, we had a similar lineup for that. We had Oceanics in 10. I mean, come on, you're looking at a veteran team. They're not
They
going to do
stink.
bad against the likes of the Primary and Snowballs and Solar Flares. Solar Flares. If you have Solar Flares above Oceanics, I personally think, in my opinion, as someone who's done 107 episodes of Marble podcasting, you should not have Solar Flares, Turtle Sliders above Oceanics at this point.
Whoa. I got to jump in here. Are you clumping in the Solar Flares with the Turtle Sliders right now?
I absolutely am.
How?
I mean, they're
How?
a little bit more unknown, but I mean, besides a win in Swing Wave, which is probably one of my least favorite Marble League events, I mean, they're not really that strong of a team so far.
But how long has the Turtle Sliders been competing in marble sports versus the Solar Flares? You can't even make that comparison. Solar Flares haven't done anything yet. They competed in some qualifying events, some exhibition matches. Solar Flares, in my mind, don't even exist yet. They're a huge unknown. And
you're going to throw them above Oceanics?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're unknown.
yeah, we are.
Guys,
We did.
And
Interesting.
just wait and see where we have them ranked.
Oh, man, I'm excited.
All right, so shall we get into the next pick, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. With the 4th pick in this year's fantasy draft, it goes back to your 3rd pick, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I see
Yeah,
how
I'm
you
talking
did it,
about
sorry.
the amount of picks. We're going to the 4th pick for all the
No,
listeners.
it's the
out
5th
there.
pick.
It'd be the 5th pick, or third round.
Edit this out. Edit this
No,
out.
it's not getting
Let's
edited
gliding
out.
glacier this one out of the episode. That didn't make any sense.
Bad. That was awful.
I'm sorry. I don't. The point is to be awful.
Whose turn is it?
Their
MSW.
turn. We just picked Balls of Chaos. But it's the 5th year. And it's Brendan's.
Jesus. So it's
Decker,
the 5th
are you paying
pick?
attention?
It's the 5th pick.
Tucker, what's that, vodka?
No, it's water, man. Jesus Christ. With the 5th pick in this year's fantasy draft, we send it back to MSWP for their 4th selection.
3rd.
That's a kick in the marbles right there.
So how are we at the 5th round?
It's not the
Fifth
5th
pick.
round. It's the 5th pick.
Yes. Oh, okay. There we go.
This is not getting edited. Brendan, what you got?
Actually, you might have to cut this little part out, but I mean, I'm looking over to WAF right now, and this one was always a tough one for me when we talked about it last night. I'm feeling pinkies here. What are you telling me?
You know what? Yes. Let's go Pinkies.
All right, Waff wants to go Pinkies. We're going Pinkies. We were very balanced. We were very on the edge between Jungle Jumpers and Pinkies, but we got to slide Pinkies on this one, I think. Especially since kind of a little bit off what you guys were saying with the Solar Flares being a team that doesn't exist. The Pinkies, because they had a re-up in uniform, so therefore a re-up in the marbles that are on the team, they're kind of like a team that doesn't exist as well, since they've only really, in the new uniform, the new marbles, have competed in the qualifiers. So, and the Pinkies have a little bit more clout, I'd say, a little more past experience than the Solar Flares. So, I mean, for us, that seems like a good pick for number 3.
Guys, they change uniforms all the time. They're still bad. That's why they're here.
Same can be said for all these other teams.
Yeah, seriously. Like this is the bottom of the barrel, and we're all picking from it.
Oh, I like the use of bottom of the barrel. I say that all the time. But also, the Pinkies, they only change uniforms because that's the only thing going for them. They stink otherwise, bud.
They look hot in them uniforms, though.
They do. They look real good. With Let It Roll's 3rd pick in this year's fantasy draft, who are we selecting, boys?
With as much as you guys trashed on them, we absolutely had to. Our 3rd pick of the draft is going to be the Solar Flares.
Oh my god, I'm done. Mike away. Mike's going away. Mike is going away. I can't with these people.
What do you mean, these people?
You might as well have picked up cubes for your 3rd team. Just the whole 4 cubes.
No, Team Primary is still up for grabs.
Team Primary is still for...
What do you mean, you guys? You know what? Great selection for Let It Roll. I love the pick. I think they are the true dark horse in the segment.
Yeah,
we don't know anything.
If you guys are gonna pick the first space team, we're taking the second one no matter what. You know, we're gonna battle it out.
Well, that'll lead into the 4th pick for Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast. Who we got, guys?
I mean, Waff, I'm going to let you do this one, but just to talk it out real quick. I mean, now that they picked Solar Flares, we didn't expect that. So, I mean, what do you lean here?
Like, I know that like the next on our list was Jungle Jumpers, but I feel like Primary is a better pick.
Please don't hurt me. Primary are cubes. They really are.
Glad to see we're already winning the mental game.
Mary's a janitor now. She's not a cube anymore.
I mean, Waff. I mean, like, unless if Primary is like the thing that won't make you cry, then fine. But I'm looking like Jumpers or Bumblebees.
I think Jumpers are better than Bumblebees. We'll go Jungle Jumpers.
All right.
Wow.
Oh,
I don't know, boys. Like this is where we start to really separate our picks, because the Jungle Jumpers, they suck at marble racing.
But they suck at marble racing, don't they?
Like they are really bad.
Well, look at your options right now. Are you gonna tell me Primary, Snowballs, Cobalt, Sliders? Those are
Primary's been out of the game for so long.
They have the hard carry. I mean, I don't know.
this is the worst pick I've ever heard.
It is bad. All right, let's lead into the 4th pick for Let It Roll. What do we got, guys?
Let me hear it.
You guys didn't even think about last year's Showdown. You guys let this team just slide by like they're a bad team or something. Have you guys watched Barbula 1?
We let them turtle slide by.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Sorry,
well, you're about to get crushed with this pick.
Crush is the worst.
Shut up. I love Crush. Great name. Great name for the Turtle Sliders. Love Frank. All right, back to business, baby. The Cobalts, man. I mean, they won last year. They killed in Barbula 1. They beat the Rangers in Barbula 1. And they're coming out with a vengeance because they got slighted by the reformatting of the Solar Flares coming in and all these other teams going retired. The Hornets and the Jawbreakers, and they are mad, and I'm ready to run angry.
Fair pick.
Exactly. You guys.
I mean,
speechless.
I honestly have to say that.
Yeah,
I mean,
nothing.
we had Cobalts at 11th.
Say something.
We
They had
really
Cobalts
did.
at 11.
That's
Yeah,
almost that's insulting to the Kobolds.
They
But
won
they
last
can
year.
freaking make it to a Marble League, and then they won't have to do that.
Exactly.
They won
They
last year.
should have. Made
I
it to the
almost
Marble League.
agree with Marble Guy on this one, and I was kind of upset that we ranked the Kobolds so high. Captain Azur is not a good marble, and if that's your marble that's leading your team in any kind of sport, I love the guy. He's great at tic-tac-toe.
Straight cash, homie.
But he's not good at marble events. Like, he's not the best, and I think hopefully, I pray for him that he's put the work in the gym, and the Kobolds can show up for Let It Roll in the show.
So you gotta think of Captain Azur's strengths, though. He may not be very good in Marbula 1. You're right. He DNQ'd quite a bit. But he shined in those sand moguls last year. And you know where Felinia is? A
Sand,
desert.
baby.
A desert.
You're selling me.
Wait, but I mean, because we have 8 events in the Showdown this year, I put little to no weight on Sand Moguls this year. The thing about last year that, like, if we had done this last year, we would have had to really look event by event, because that's a quarter of the Showdown. They did 4 events, and I personally think 6 is the magic number. Of course, they overcorrect to 8 because I can't ever be right. But with 8 events right now, Sand Moguls is virtually immaterial, even, because it's just like 1 event out of the 8. So for me, that's like, even though the Kobolds shined in that, I kind of am hesitant to be like, okay, they did that, I got to put all my weight in them now.
It's a great way to approach it. I like that.
So, we're also just forgetting that block pushing exists, and it's happening in the Showdown. Do you know how heavy Cobalt is, man? They are going to smash that block into pieces. There's
Great
not even
point.
going to be a Marble League record because all of the blocks are destroyed, especially if they do it like last week where they rotate in each lane. It's just going to be like Mario hitting a block and destroying it. And that's what the Kobolds are going to do during block pushing.
So they're gonna fail then, because it's called block pushing, not block destroying.
No, because you can't measure how far greatness goes.
Okay. First of all, appreciate the Mario reference. Thank you for that. But number 2, I personally think when I look at block pushing, I don't see a total strength event. I see a majority teamwork event, which is why the Raspberry Racers did so well this year. They're a high level of teamwork kind of group. So, I mean, with a captain like Azure, that does put me on edge for block pushing because it's a teamwork event. You can have the heaviest, you can have the strongest marbles, but if they come down out of the gate and the front 3 marbles aren't packed together, they're not going to push the block anywhere, no matter how fast or how strong they are.
Brendan, tell me one thing. Who had the record before the Raspberry Racers in block pushing?
I gotta be honest, I am not sure.
It was the Midnight Wisp, who we also have, so get out of here with that, bud.
All right, but I mean, that doesn't justify your Kobolds
No,
pick,
it
right?
doesn't. It doesn't. And you know what? You guys all had great, valid points here. But let's get into the penultimate picks. We're going to get into
great
this. Let's do it. I'm going to quote my boy Greg Woods and every other racing commentator in sports. Let's get into the penultimate picks. And I believe it's going to MSW right now with their 5th and 2nd to final pick.
That's what penultimate means.
I'm gonna look at you, Waff. Waff, listen to me. I'm gonna trust you on this one. You're a Marvel Sports connoisseur. I'm looking at the names we have right now. I'm obviously glossing right over primary, but between Bumblebees and Snowballs, I know I shit on the Snowballs when we talked yesterday. But is this a team we should grab, or should we stay strong with the Bumblebees? I have to go to you right now. I can see like everybody's stressed right now.
Dang.
Come on, Wolf.
It's a tough one. The Snowballs have they have their moments, but they're just not very consistent either. Bumblebees, they've
and they do have medals.
done
but
well
we
in
do have medals.
Hubelino.
My gut is weirdly telling me Snowballs right now. It's very hard. It's very hard, even though I don't like them.
My heart's saying Snowballs too.
If you're saying Snowballs too, then I think as MSW, we gotta just go with it. And if it fails, it fails. If it rolls in the wrong direction, it does. We're going with Snowballs.
I knew it.
We had them at 12. They're the worst team ever.
No, and I want to say I totally agree. We had him at 9 only because they have experience. It's hard for me to pass up on that pick when the picks remaining are Bumblebees and Turtle Sliders and Primary, only because they're just, they've been in too much and they've performed just too much to leave them away and put them in 12. So it was hard, but I think we can't not take them.
Experience means absolutely nothing.
I disagree with that.
There's 12 other teams that never won a championship, or I don't know, 20 something, and on top of that, I mean, it was snowballs, right? Snowballs stink, man.
Oh man,
right? But snowballs and Showdown might be a different story because all these teams stink.
Also stink. They've never made it out of the Showdown, I don't think.
Or as Decker would say, out.
Thanks, guys. All I gotta say is, have you ever heard of the Unrelenting Corner? Have you ever heard of it?
I've not.
No? Familiarize yourself with it, because it's very unrelenting. And the Snowballs, man, it's just not a good team. I know Mike would be mad at me right now for saying that. An old host of Let It Roll, who will be back for Marbula 1. But the Unrelenting is a snowstorm waiting to happen. They are like the worst thing in the world. I don't want anything to do with it. I have nothing to do with the Snowballs.
I actually do a little bit like the pick, just because Oceanics, good at winter. Snowballs, maybe good at summer.
Oh, that's a weak idea.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
All right.
Just saying.
Sky, what you got?
I was going to say, I just like the pick because it means we don't have to take it last.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. And that'll lead into our 5th pick. Let's get into it.
It's our penultimate pick.
Yeah, it's the penultimate pick. I already stated that. Come on. Let's go. Who we got?
All right. You guys have been dissing on this team a little too much, and I think it's kind of interesting that we're going to pick up the full rivalry. We want Team Primary.
That's my Snowballs.
We had them ranked 7th. This is our sleeper pick.
It's true.
Yep.
That's also our 7th.
That's our 7th, but I hate the team. I honestly hate the team.
I don't know if you guys saw Fire Marbles post on Twitter today. It was Balls of Chaos versus Primary. Mary dunked on him, man. He's doing NBA 2K, making the teams. Mary just driving to the hole, and I like that kind of energy going right in the Showdown.
Wow. Marble Guy, why do you hate it? Because I have to know, man. I'm not a fan of Mary. I do like Team Primary, but Mary is always that sore spot for me. Why do you not like Team Primary?
There's a lot of little things. I'm not a big fan of how they look, which is a start. I'm just not a big fan of their long-term performance. They are probably the worst performing team that has been there since the beginning. So it really puts me on edge, because when you long-term perform badly, that's much worse than being the Sliders or even the Solar Flares, who short-term perform badly, because they're really stuck in a rut. They're really that unrelenting corner, in my opinion, especially since someone like the Snowballs, they did have their moments of greatness. They do get a medal here and there. Primary is really god-awful. I hate their recent performances in Marbula 1 with Mary, and just they're really inability to race. Just watching them race makes me upset. I'm like, I don't want to see them. Give them to Fubeca.
Great points.
I can't with Primary. I don't know why we put them 7th. I must have been high.
All right.
But I hate the team. I'm glad we picked Snowballs, because now we don't have to pick Primary.
Okay, so I gotta cut in right now. Are you sure you're still not high? You picked the Snowballs. The Snowballs have never qualified for a Marble League.
But they have competed. They did okay in 2017, did they not?
They didn't compete in 2017.
Yes, they did.
Did they? I don't think they did.
I'm pretty sure they did compete in a Marble League.
We hosted 2018.
2018. Sorry, 2018. Yes, but they hosted and they did all right.
They didn't qualify for it, though.
The host curse did not become a thing till 2019, so they didn't do that bad.
The host curse was never a thing. I'm putting
that's
that.
true.
That's
The host curse is
not a
not
thing.
real.
I'll
It does
agree
not
with
exist.
Wolf. I'll agree with you on that, buddy. Definitely not.
Thank
a
you.
thing.
Shout out to a hot take from Wolf.
We actually we had like a full half hour on this one time on our
We
podcast
did.
about the host curse being probably the most bullshit and annoying thing that the community has come up with at large, and just way too many facts to prove that wrong. But for another time.
All right.
You talking for an hour? No way.
How?
All right. With their final pick in this year's Fantasy Showdown Draft Battle of the Podcasts, Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast selects.
I mean, Waff, look at me, man. I obviously it's not gonna be sliders. So just take
Yeah.
it away.
We're picking the Bumblebees.
I mean,
Damn
good
it.
pick, Wolf.
It's a great pick. Who the hell wants the turtle sliders? Like, I know term does.
Seriously, it's so.
I mean, it actually ended up on a good note, because if we had not picked snowballs last time, we would have picked bumblebees, and then you would have not picked them anyway, and we would end up with snowballs for 11th. So, but I mean, bumblebees, they have medals. They have actual medals. They actually have had good performances in Marbula 1 Season 2. Yeah. They are not a bad team. Honestly, I'm surprised that you guys didn't pick them earlier. I really was, but I just got the vibe that you weren't going to. But I mean, if you took bumblebees and you put sliders, I mean, the sliders are not even marbles at that point. So, I mean, to me, it's an obvious pick.
There's
Wow.
no argument there. I mean, how
All
do you
right,
argue
so hey, first of all, Decker, whose side are you on? Second of all,
that? Hey, man.
you guys are
Hey,
forgetting.
we weighed in with 107, right?
I'm doing the last pick without Decker announcing it because he's dead to me now.
What are you doing? I'm burying you. I'm alive, man. I'm alive.
So,
Wow.
with the last pick of the draft, we are picking the comeback team of the season. It is the Turtle Sliders. We got Crush. We got Squirt. We got Shelly. We got Dash. Most importantly, we got Frank, baby. Frank's gonna kill it this year. Frank is the best marble that never got a shot,
You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
and he is the one who is going to rally the Turtle Sliders back to their previous glory. If you guys even read the retrospectives, yeah, exactly. No, I don't even want to hear it, Wolf.
Hey, listen, all I'm gonna say is, Waff, why don't you cue that T Sliders rap diss track?
Oh, the X camo rap.
Oh my god,
You actually brought that up of your own volition. I can't believe it.
It's everyone knows anyway. They're gonna slide right back into the next showdown, okay, and then slide right out of the Marble League.
Yeah, but they're going to get way more points than the Snowballs, I guarantee it.
I'd like to bring up a point that none of you brought up. Term mentioned the retrospectives, and clearly you guys don't read them because the
We'll look
Turtle
through 'em.
Sliders are all buddy-buddy with the Crazy Cat's Eyes now. Who's to say the Turtle Sliders aren't picking up a few tips from them? This is their course, after all.
You know what? The Crazy Cat's Eyes are underperforming by far in this year's Marble League. I actually can't even validate that claim, because if you look at where the Crazy Cat's Eyes are, if you watch the performance in Relay, did you see their performance in Relay? I would have put the T-Sliders instead of the Cat's Eyes out in Relay this year.
Big take of the week.
Honestly, they have not been... Any tips they have, they must have given them away to the T-Sliders.
So, yeah, exactly. They gave all their tips away to the Turtle Sliders, and you guys are screwed.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see about that, sir.
I'm just super worried that Crush is going to get run over by a car on the way, like a fan on the way to the showdown is just going to run over Crush.
Crush is sweet, man. Stop talking about Crush like that.
You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
I'm worried, man. I hope they have signs up. I really hope they have signs up.
Oh my gosh.
As long as Frank's there, we're good, man.
Wait, Decker, you're the one who didn't know that the names are references to Finding Nemo, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was the guy, and I was like, Crush?
Oh my
I
word.
respect that. I love Finding Nemo.
All I
Yeah,
could think
great
of
movie.
was turtles
Great
getting
movie.
crushed on the highway. And it was like, man, it was super sad. I felt bad for the Turtle Sliders. Anyway, moving on.
That's it, baby.
Yeah, no, I know it was. It was a great draft, boys. I genuinely feel like coming first was a huge advantage in this year's draft. But you know what? That's fantasy. That's the way it works. Sometimes you win, some see. Sometimes you don't. And
real quick, Decker, what place are you in our fantasy in our podcast?
I think I'm sitting right middle of the pack. Me and Hector.
Well, there's 5 people on, and you're in 4th. So
yeah, but I'm battling it out for 3rd. So I'm like right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. So.
Wait, did you guys do the big fantasy for the marble? Oh, you didn't participate? Oh, wow. You guys should definitely get into that. Oh, that was the one I wanted to draft for. Sorry, this is probably going to be cut out because this is not really.
No. Get into it.
That was the one. That was the one I wanted to do with you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to draft for that big one that's like 400 where you have the multipliers and talk that out and get into that. Now that we've done this, I want. That's the only thing I want to happen in 2022. I want to make sure that we do that and
Battle
then
of
do
the
that
podcast.
Oh my god. This was so fun. I love like talking with other people that are talking that same passionate level of marbles. I loved hearing y'all yell about the turtle sliders, yell about the snowball. You remind me of like me when I sit down and I'm like, there's no way. How could you pick the turtle sliders and expect a good result? Honestly, get out of here. I'm turning off the mic.
So you hear that, Wolf? He's bored of you.
No, I'm.
Wait, no, it's Wolf, dude.
Oh, Wolf. My bad. He's bored of you.
Wolf is the same. By saying me, I mean me plus Wolf. We're like the same person.
Hey, Brennan said my name right for the first time in 2 years?
Let's go.
Cut that out.
No.
First time in 100 episodes. You know what?
Waff.
Honestly, yeah.
Marble Guy, I totally agree with you. It's so nice to like just sit down and talk with other people about marble sports and have that like genuine enthusiasm about the events, about the teams, about the lore. That's kind of what we do. And we clown a lot compared to your guys' podcast. We get into it, we laugh, we joke, but ultimately it's all about like the camaraderie that we all share, and I think that's what all the listeners have come to enjoy is everybody just discussing marble sports. And I think that's a huge part of why people want to get into like a little snippet of like the podcast world with us.
Yeah, I think all of us together, we're being a real butter right now.
That's another
What do
marble
you mean?
reference.
It's a marble podcast. It's 2 marble podcasts talking together.
I know, but man, like butter goes right over the top.
Yeah,
line.
well,
It slides
maybe
right
a
off.
Raldo Cleopatra love scene.
Oh, wow, that's getting feisty.
Anyway, I think, guys, this was like the most epic battle of the podcasts.
Hey, let's let it roll, right?
Let it roll.
Let it roll.
Let it roll.
Let it roll.